What's happening, y'all? I'm sitting here right now waiting on my kinfolk D-Love to show up. Flew in from the Bay Area. So we sitting there waiting. I'm sitting there waiting on him. We got some practicing to do before we hit the streets. Come on down to the slow and do what it is we do, man. Time's ticking. It's getting real close to that time. We getting excited in a motherfucker too. I'm telling you. I'm ready. He ready. The whole family ready. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an event, man. We looking forward to it. So I'm just sitting here waiting, catching my rest while I can, reclining. You dig? Gotta catch this rest while I can, man, because whenever I hit this street and get up there in this slow town, it's about to be just straight ruckus.
Clean ass little whip around in the heat. Nigga, you can fucking tell me they see me like this, nigga. It's cooking folks. Look at Big X, boy. Man, we finna do the wrong crew. What's up, dude? Jesus Christ, dude. Damn. I had to grab my son. I went and found me a thing. I said, I know y'all ain't selling his son that for shit for this cheap.
I don't even know who it is. I just want to nightmares.
Oh, yeah?
928 numbers. I don't even know who it is, bro. I don't know nobody like this.
Everybody's ready to do it.
Probably was
Everybody's ready.
Reggie,
Reggie.
probably.
And
Dog hit me.
Dog hit you?
15 times.
Good.
Please come.
Good. I told him when we was doing the video, I told him when we just went down there, he said he was going to come through and he hit me up the next day. Oh man, I got to work. He's working at the dispensary. I'm like, I need to work too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make this. You know what I mean? So yeah, he tells me, you know what I mean? That's why he wants to see us, man.
What's critical about that is
No, you got the iPhone charger in the car, bro. But I don't just get the phone. I don't worry about the charger. You charge it later.
the fact that
I didn't want you to
away with all of that.
Xavier.
Oh, is Xavier back?
Yeah.
I didn't want you to miss the.
West South, 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 West South.
Yo, I'm worthy, beneath notice. You unfocused, I'm one of the dopest. I'm leaving you niggas scared and hopeless. They say a good thing's a thing to be desired. When I grab the mic, I'm spitting nothing but that fire, making you rap niggas retire at an early age. I'm sending all you bitch niggas to an early grave. I'm spitting that lyrical adrenaline that's making your head bust. And pardon me, mama, your boy trying hard not to cuss, but these niggas keep tripping. I ain't nothing like Mike Jones, my fofos.
Alright, let's see if I got everything. I think I'm set, man. I think I'm set. Got everything. Alright, let me see what he's doing. Hey, yo, Daddy, ready?
Hi, hi. Gotta say what's up to my nigga Q, my nigga.
What up, Big G? D-Love?
Hi, hi. Hello.
Well, South back in the motherfucker.
Good morning.
I'm up, nigga. Where that blood at?
Yes, sir. Hi, hi.
They ain't ready for this one.
Catch me live at a party, getting live in a zone. Twisted off the good. Tonight I'm getting blown out my damn mind, mixing gin with the lime. Staring at this dime piece, damn, she looking fine. I wonder if she fucking tonight or just teasing. If she say she not the type, then I'm breezing, cause I don't need a reason. I just like to get my fuck on. I ain't trying to hear that corny bullshit she stuck on. That's right, I'm a gangster, baby. I know all your tricks, bitch. You can't play.
Shorty got gifts. Shorty got tricks. Shorty got a bad bitch with nice hips. Shorty got hustle. Shorty got swag. Shorty got them sacks look like they come to a bag. And when I say shorty, I'm talking about V. So step your game up, become a G like me. Hi, I got my blunt check, money
check, about to pull up by these hoes, pimp and see what's next.
She was a thick top model, the head of her class. She was 24, 36, just blessed with ass. I gotta make this connection so I can hit that ass. Embrace her with these words so we can head to the pad. I'm a newfound faith and she's my newfound swag. Words turning to actions when you're fucking with a mag. Leaving your breakfast while we smoking on a sag. Leaving your breakfast while we smoking on a sag.
Let's go to our crib so we can be. Got a camera set up to show them what I'm doing. It's some freaky shit, some freaky shit. I ain't fucking no bitches, she can't handle me. And I don't make me hop on mine. Cause the wind blows and the town's cold. Gotta wait down to the sun.
Gotta get out this, man. West South family in the building. Put together this little thing for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Show it how we did it, show everything that went down, little behind the scenes type stuff. Should be interesting, man. I'm real excited to get up out of here and go do what we're about to do. So, a couple more minutes and we on the pavement, man.
Tell us about your upbringing.
My upbringing? As far as what, music?
No. As growing up as a kid in Winslow.
Growing up as a kid in Winslow, it was just life, man. I mean, you know, little young boy in a small town, it was just life. I mean, played sports, you know what I'm saying, played Little League, played Pop Warner football. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have much to do in Winslow at that time. The town was really changing. A lot of things was leaving and stuff, so, but I mean, swimming pools and, you know, just your average everyday kid. Mom and pops raised me, I had a brother, you know what I'm saying? Just life in a small town.
In high school, is that where you grew your grew your love for music? Or was it when you were younger?
No, not in high school. In high school, that's whenever it started to develop. But what really got me started was, back in the days, there was Michael Jackson. That's what we listened to. Michael Jackson was large, Prince was large, you know, then you had your groups, you know what I'm saying, your R&B groups and stuff, but then all of a sudden hip-hop hit out here in Arizona. And whenever it hit, it was like Run DMC, LL Cool J, Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, people like that. And I was listening to them and I was instantly hooked. Like everybody that loves hip-hop, you're instantly hooked. So I was instantly hooked. And my 7th grade year, in the summertime, we went out to California, the family, we went out to California, and I'm listening to hip hop on the radio, and I started to write my own. You know what I'm saying? I sat down and wrote my first song on this trip we took out to California. And on the way back home, I was practicing it, getting it ready, getting it tighter. But I was too nervous to ever do it for anybody live. So all my 8th grade year, I just kept messing with it, kept perfecting it, you know, changing words and stuff. And by my 8th grade graduation, I was so excited, my 8th grade graduation. My dad rented me a limousine for graduation. So me, a cousin, and another friend of mine were in this limousine. And I'm so excited, and the song comes on, and I start rapping. You know what I'm saying? They both look at me like, what the hell? It was a trip, you know what I mean? Because everybody knew me for beatboxing. You know, in junior high, I used to beatbox all the time. Walking down the hallway, my cousin would be like, man, give me a beat. So I just hit it, you know what I'm saying? Walking down the halls. And by this time, you know, graduation, now I'm rapping. And they was like, what? So that was the first time I ever wrote my first lyrics and rapped for anybody. And then after that, I went into high school. I got up in high school, and cousin, kinfolk D-Love, come to me and be like, yo, man, can you write me a rap, man? Can you write me a rap for this girl? I'm trying to get at this girl, man. Write me this rap. So I scribbled some words down for him, teach him how to say it, and he go back and always get the girl. You know what I'm saying? And nothing for his cousin. So, but nah, man. So from there, people heard I was doing it, and I remember the cheerleading squad, the Palm squad came back and they was like, man, we got this skit we about to do for homecoming. We need some raps. We need somebody to write some raps for us. So my nigga, I had to write 20 raps for all these females, 20 of them, individual different raps for all these females, so they could go up here and do this skit that they was trying to do. And then, so I wrote all the raps, right? I gave them to them. They was like, okay, thank you. So they come at me the next day at lunchtime like, Ross, man, we need you to teach us how to say the raps. So now I got to teach 20 white girls how to rap in 1988. I got to teach 20 white girls how to rap in 1988 for a skit for a homecoming assembly. So I did that, man. You know what I'm saying? It came out all right, but you know what I mean? They wanted something extra. You know what I mean, man? Can you beatbox for us while we're doing the rap? I'm like, oh shit, y'all can't even say the rap. Now you want me to give you a beat? Oh, Jesus. But it came out, you know what I'm saying? It was comedy. You know what I mean? It was pure comedy for the assembly. It was good. So did that and graduated. At my graduation assembly, you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving. We out of here. So I get with DJ Magic Mike, that bass heavy music from Florida. I got one of his CDs and found a beat, wrote a rap to it, and pieced out on my school, man. I was out of there. You know what I'm saying? I went and did my rap, and somebody somewhere has a recording of it, you know what I'm saying, in Winslow. Old VHS tape of it, you know what I'm saying? So, but I really did the thing, man. That's who I was. That's how I came up. From there, I got with Walt Dog. Tight Squeeze was formed. We performed. And then from there, West South Family, and this is home now. You know what I mean? This is exactly what it sounds like, West South Family. We are Southern bred people living in Winslow, Arizona, influenced by the West Coast culture. So we call ourselves the West South Family. We are all family, brothers, cousins, nephews. You know what I mean? We come from the same town, so I mean, that was my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came up. I mean, hip hop to me was just, man, it was, I don't know. It was calling me. Nobody else was doing it. Don't get it twisted. Nobody else was doing it. I mean, people was looking at me, laughing at me, and, you know, wondering why I was doing it. I just kept doing it. Nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing it back in 1987, 88, 89, 90, 91. Nobody was rapping like I was. Matter of fact, me and Walt Dog came down here in like 94, 95, and people were just starting to test the waters. You know what I'm saying? They was just starting to get into it. And we formed a group with some cats down here in the valley, and it fell apart. But it's just back then, 94, 95, that's whenever people really started to pick up the microphone for themselves. And now, I mean, you know what I mean, grandmamas is doing it, babies are doing it. You know what I mean? So it's been a pleasure to watch this thing grow, and it's even a bigger pleasure to see my hometown, you know, the folks there that came up after me. A lot of them are doing it now. You know what I mean? Like my kinfolk Devon, my nephew Devon, the homeboy Gino out in Tucson right now. You got the homeboy Lunzel, you know what I mean? Vandel's nephew. You know what I mean? A lot of young cats, man, they coming up behind us, you know, doing what we did. And it's like, you know I had a part to play in that. Now, whether they say so or not, you know, that's them. But I know I had a part to play in that because nobody was doing it but me. You know what I mean? I am an original B-boy. I am an original hip-hop dinosaur. That's what I consider myself, Uncle Mello. Get that right.
What kind of music did your parents listen to when you were little?
Man, my mom and dad, they listened to the same thing. So it was Commodores, Marvin Gaye, the OJs, Temptations. My dad had some Parliament Funkadelic records in there. He never listened to them. he never listened to them, but he had like 5, 6 of Parliament Funkadelic's albums in the stack. And whenever I got older, check this out. This is real talk to you. Whenever I got older, my music sense changed. You know what I'm saying? You had hip hop hit the scene, and hip hop when it started was all about samples. Okay, that's how they got their music. Go back and listen to the old hip hop, and you're gonna hear a lot of samples in it, right? So the samples, a lot of samples came from James Brown. Okay, go back and research your history. James Brown, the funky drummer, that's where a lot of that's where all that shit came from, right? So my dad didn't have James Brown. He didn't listen to James Brown. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't listen to James Brown. but he had Parliament Funkadelic. So I graduated high school in 91. 92, I moved to the Valley, and I went back home on a humbug trip just to go get some things. And whenever I got there, I felt like recording me some music. So I went to the files and I pulled out these Parliament Funkadelic records, and I started playing them. Dr. Funkenstein, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, Flashlight, Aqua Boogie. I started listening to all these songs, and I was like, man, this shit is cold. Why wasn't my dad listening to this back in the days? This shit is on fire. And I recorded my songs, recorded my music. I came back down here to the Valley, and me and my homeboy, we riding around, and he's like, man, what you listening to? I said, man, this is Parliament right here. He's like, man, I've heard of him. I was like, yeah, bro. And I told him, we was riding one day, I said, man, this would be some cold ass beats to rap to right here. I called it a long time ago. I said, man, this would be some cold ass music, the beats, the melodies to make songs to. And on my mama, man, for real, within a couple of months, Ice Cube dropped The Predator. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube dropped The Predator. And I was like, damn, see, that's what I'm talking about. Right at that moment, music began to change, and my ear was in tune with it. I was right there in line with it. You know what I'm saying? I felt the change coming, and I was able to call it as these records were off in my dad's files. But my dad is a big music dude too. He's a big music dude. My dad, you know, back in the days, it was cassette tapes. And I mean, we used to have boxes and boxes and boxes of cassette tapes, man. And, you know, I mean, going out to California or Vegas, or, you know, coming down here or whatever, get some music. You know, I mean, I was always in charge of getting the music, so I'd go through the tapes and pick out about 30 of them. You know what I'm saying? This is our traveling music. And, you know what I mean? I was kind of like the DJ for him and stuff, man, because, you know, he listened to good music. Good music. Marvin Gaye, man, that's just all around great music. And I remember when Marvin Gaye got shot. I remember when he got shot, man. That shit was hard on me as a little kid. See, I didn't know Marvin Gaye, the old cat. I knew Marvin Gaye, the sexual healing cat. See, I grew up on that sexual healing, and man, it was a record, so, you know, lift the needle and drop it again, lift the needle and drop it again. I was on repeat with that, man. That Marvin Gaye sexual healing. So, but I mean, a lot of good music back in the days, man. I mean, I miss music from back then because it was music. It was soulful. It had a purpose. It had a meaning. There was messages. You could fall in love. You could, you know, say something important. I miss music from back in them days, man. Real talk.
Does your parents support your music? Do they like your music?
My mom loved my music. My mama, you know, she loved my music, man. I mean, I remember coming home from E-Rocks over at the studio, and I'd walk up in the house and I'd have a CD, and the first thing she'd do is, play it for me, let me hear it. And so I play it for her, and every song I've ever made, she's always said, I like that. That's real good job. Real good job. Pops, that's another story. You know, my dad was a high school sports superstar, running track and playing football. And then he went on to become responsible and working for the Santa Fe. Put a life together for the family. You know what I'm saying? I got to give him real credit for that, man. He put a real good family unit together. And then, you know what I'm saying, two knucklehead boys running around doing what we was doing. And, you know, he's one of those old cats that, you know, are like, get off my lawn. You know, he's one of them motherfuckers, man. He's a tight motherfucker, bro. But he didn't understand hip hop at the beginning, like a lot of people didn't. Hip hop came on the scene. You know, you got people like Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash, the Furious Five, and them cats from New York dressing like freaks. You know what I mean? They dressing in braids and tassels and fringes and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just, that's their culture. You know what I mean? That's how they was trying to be superstars. And so my dad saw that and said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. And so it was a battle, man. It was a struggle right at the beginning. You know, he wouldn't listen to it. He didn't want no part of it. You know, he'd always down it. You know what I mean? Then the Fat Boys came out with the beatboxing, Dougie Fresh with the beatboxing, and I picked that shit up. It was over. in the house all day and night long. All day and night long. That nigga was mad at me. But, you know, it's just a kid being a kid, man. But the thing that really did it, man, was there was this one time Two Live Crew came out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know about Two Live Crew. That was some filthy, filthy, filthy music back in the days. People wasn't talking like that, man. People wasn't talking like that. That was some filthy, filthy music. And my kinfolk Terrence Land had come out here from California, and he had that song. He had a few songs from him. And so I went to the record store, asked my dad to buy it for me. He bought it for me. Now I'm in the bedroom listening to it. This nigga bust up in the room talking about, what the hell you in here listening to? Talk about 1 and 1. We having some fun in the bedroom all day and all of that. My dad was mad at me. He took my tape and threw it in the fire. Me and that nigga was about to rumble over a damn Two Live Crew cassette tape. He was mad. And I mean, you know, looking back as a parent now, I really can't blame him, man, because, you know, it was some filthy music, bro. It was some filthy music, so he didn't like that. You know, I tried to let him listen to some Big Daddy Kane, some smooth rap. He didn't like that. You know what I mean? So he just never was really a hip-hop aficionado. He didn't like it too much, man. But I told him we coming down to perform here July 7th at PT's, and he told me he might be there. So I hope he comes, man. That'll be cool. Be the first time. Actually, it'll be the second time my dad ever seen me perform. He saw me perform once before. He saw me perform at Robert and Helen Mayberry's reception for their wedding. You know what I mean? He saw me up there on stage real quick. I only did like 2 songs, but he still saw me. But he wasn't really into hip hop, man. And as far as back in the career and back in my decision, he wasn't with that. But my mama was. I definitely appreciate that.
Man, we making our own ticket now. Turn it up loud. West South sound. Pockets getting fat. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we cop for the green. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the green. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. Sitting back waiting for the touchdown. Got my work straight to get my lunch ticket now. Turn me loud. West South sound, switching lanes with the pharaohs. All bowed down, making moves with the poker face. No trace, no case. My pockets got big, the streets got lace. We got grams, 8s, ounces. Keys connect the schemes to the hustle. Triple my fees, get it for dirt cheap. Always the heat. Way down the town, make paper while I sleep. I'm posted north on 87. Want to ride, got the team with the scheme. Work the plot of the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, Arizona.
I stopped at this place one time.
Possessed by these streets to hustle and plot till I die. Took a position in life, I'm prostituting on the mic. Giving niggas visions through my hide. Hoes on the stroll, stripping for money hikes. You damn right, palms itching for my pension. I want redemption. Headed north on 87 with a plot for my riches. Speaking what's real to only those that's listening. I'm eating healthy, while the rest of y'all still fishing. Making something out of nothing, call me Mr. Instant. Prosecuting for what's mine, out of bounds, long distance. Playing disappearing acts, keep a spouse and a mistress. Live for memories like Kodiak pictures. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm headed north, 87. Got a team with a scheme when we plot for the cream. I'm tryna touch a meal. Headed north on 87 where the hustle's for real. Headed north on 87 where the hustle's for real.
Northern AZ, Grand Canyon State, small town niggas, slow town, west south, what's happening? Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, going through hard lessons, gotta grab my weapon. I'm a small town veteran, every day it's a struggle, just trying to eat. Slow town hustling, 10 toes to these streets, hard time struggle, continuous beef. Catch me on the run with blueprints in the seat. Moses of my people with the plans all complete. Mastermind being tested, conquer the streets. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Going hard on these lessons, the real Lion King. Tired of wasting time, I'm big hard on my fiends. Broke up with my doubts, I married my dreams. Conquer it all with my plots and my schemes. I keep it real myself, so constantly inclined. Hard lessons, tired of being tested in this life. Small town nigga, come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Raised without a teacher, self-examined and I was tested. Graduated from college, but I still kept my weapon. Demons feasting on my soul, gotta conquer these lessons. Ambition, determination, eliminates distraction. Gotta fill both pockets, Benjamins and Jackson. Hustling till it's light, never satisfaction. Small town nigga, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits, cruising 25 miles an hour, hustling uncontested. Small town niggas, we come from 3 exits.
I'm back, bro. You walking us?
So introduce yourself.
What's up, bro? It's Big V, aka Stash Dollars. Elvis Vandale Sweet, my governor. Might be giving y'all too much, but it's all good. I ain't got no warrants or nothing like that. I don't do no crazy shit. 1/3 of the West South clique, man. I'm in here shooting a little video, a little interview, I should say, not a video, my bad. Asking some questions, let y'all know how V get down. Let you in the life of Big V, man, West South family.
Alright, so how does it feel performing again?
Feels great, bro. Excited. Feel like a little 12-year-old kid again. It's been a long time. You know, we just kind of outgrew it, I guess. No, I guess you couldn't say we outgrew it. Shit goes down, life events, you know, people go their own ways and do their own things. Shit happens, but we all back together now, man, and we about to make it happen. First show in a long time.
You nervous?
Very nervous. How could I not be nervous?
Alright, man, tell us a story about your first time performing.
First time performing for me, man, we was in Flagstaff, Arizona. Little club, downtown Flagstaff, close to college, down NAU. Did a show with some other cats back in the day. Desert Riders or some I think that's what they put the show on.
But first time I stepped on that stage, man, I almost peed on myself. And it was packed too. I'm talking, it wasn't no 9 or 10. Honestly, believe it or not, to be at the level we was at, it wasn't no small show. It was probably 300 motherfucking people in here. But we fucking turned it out, man. No bullshit. We did our thing, bro. It was fun.
Who was all there?
The whole West South family was there. There was some cats from Desert Riders. Only skits put on the show. You know what I mean? Free skits, by the way. They locked up doing some time right now. You know, that's another story. They put on the show, man. We had a good time. That was one of my first little times stepping on the stage. And there was a few more after that, you know, before we actually kind of split up, I guess you could say. It was fun, man. It was a good experience.
Growing up as a kid, what was your music influences?
My music influence, man, believe it or not, was my pops, man. He was in a group back in the day called Tight Squeeze. Mello's familiar with it, you know what I mean? They did their thing around northern Arizona. They was real big time. Pops is a musician, man, bass player, guitar player, shit. He got to work, write music, you know what I mean, produce it, he can do it all, man. He was my biggest influence. But as far as hip hop, you know what I mean, whole rap scene goes, you know, Dr. West Coast influence, man. A little bit of South too, you know, Outkast, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Cocaine, E40, Tupac, you know what I mean, Biggie. I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up listening to that 90s shit, where that slap, so that's where it's at for me, man.
So what part did you play in the West, in creating West South Family?
West South Family, man. I got back from school about 2004, and Mello and D-Love and E-Rock and BG, they were all doing their thing, man. I would go by just to chill, man, just to smoke one, you know what I mean, kick back on my lunch breaks or something, go through, and these cats would be in a little studio. E-Rock had a studio at his house. We'd go there, and they would go there and record. I come through, smoke one, man, and I just got the vibing with them, bro. And, the musical talent have always been in me, you know what I mean? I've always had that shit, but they actually brought it out of me, you know what I mean? I just sit back and listen, just smoke one, chill, relax, you know what I mean? And I'd go home. I would actually go home and I'd sit there and practice, you know? I started writing this shit, so. I mean, I basically owe my musical talent and my hip hop talent to you know, M.E.Double and D-Love and E-Rock. I could say that, you know what I mean? Them cats held me down.
So what kind of music did your parents listen to when you were growing
Old school,
up?
man. They was shit. Everything, man. What didn't they listen to? Like I said, my pops was a musician, so there was a lot of Al Green. Fucking Teddy Pendergrass, Break Up to Make Up, all that kind of shit.
What was it like growing up in Winslow?
Winslow was cool, man. It was a small town vibe, real family oriented. A lot of our families migrated here from the South. That's where we get the whole West South. A lot of people don't. They're like, "What's the West South family?" Well, the West South family is, you know, a group of individuals that are Southern raised but West Coast influenced. And that's where that comes from. So, you know, but it was cool. Grandparents whooped our ass. We got whooped. You did something wrong, everybody in the neighborhood whooped your ass. It wasn't like it is today, you know what I mean? You couldn't put your hands on your kids. You got your ass whooped around here, straight up. And you had to be able to fight growing up in the slow. All you gun-tote motherfuckers, don't come here tripping because we'll throw them hands with you.
Does your parents support your music?
Absolutely, man. Like, my dad's a musician, man. He called me today, like, son, you need to come to the studio and play some trap. Like, Dad, I got, you know what I mean? I got life shit going on too. You know me, kids and shit like that, so work. But yes, man, my parents do support my music. My mom's a hard one. She's a correctional officer. She don't take no shit. She keep me on my toes. And I love her for that. And that's just what it is, man. But yeah, my parents love my music. They love all of our music. They're big supporters.
Favorite song you did?
Favorite song I did? I would have to say, me and my boy Red did a song, man, back in the day. No, I take that back. It wasn't Red. I take that back. It was me and BG, man. We did a song called Check, and that was my biggest banger. I love that song because I produced it. I made the beat. I wrote most of the book, the lyrics. It was a good little song, man. It's still floating out there somewhere. My boys don't want to give it up to me because they're afraid I'm gonna do something with it. But they keep it in their little vault. But it was a banger. Damn sure it's
All right, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. What's up, Big B?
I'm feeling this shit, man. Here we go again. It's your boy BG, spitting gang. Big V up in the spot. Made the beat hot. Can I rock? It's my job, so I'm on it like the rock. Feel it hot, man.
I'm in our interview. Introduce.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Brian Gordon of representing the West South family. You know what I'm saying? Of coming out showing support because I feel as though, you know what I mean, all positive interaction and creative interaction is paramount, especially in this city. You know? So that's what I got to say.
And you?
Hey, what's up? My name is Reggie. I'm gonna check out my homeboys. They're supposed to get down tomorrow night. You know how we do it. Oh, that's police right there. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So first memory with West South Family, them doing music.
Well, my first memory would be in the valley. Let me see. I had to say about 4 or 5 years ago. They were doing those shows back and forth. And I was blessed to be able to hear these guys get down and they represent. You know, so I can't say too much. I ain't no gusher or nothing like that, you know. But I like to hear good hip hop. So that's all I got to say.
What about you?
Oh well, my thing is I grew up with these cats. You know what I mean? They've been trying to do it forever, you know, and I'm happy that they still doing it and they still really trying to put it down, you know. Now it's time to get down.
Yeah.
You know?
So growing up in Winslow, going to high school with them, how was it?
Oh, it was Winslow. Small town shit. We do it. We have fun how we have fun. We make our own fun, whether it's good, bad, legal, you know, but that goes for everywhere. But, you know, all in all, we ended up pretty good, you know. And these cats still do the thing. See, this guy right here, he's been doing this damn thing forever. You know what I mean? He's been doing it forever. Old Double Heart, you know, your daddy. He's been doing the damn thing forever since they listened to LL Cool J. Your dad had a Kango. Yeah. And this was back in the 80s, you know, in the early 80s, you know? So that's what they love, that's what they do. And it's all good.
All right, thanks for your time.
Take a hit from the fire, I know you feeling it. Conversation on the side, I know you feeling it. The cars, the clothes I got, I know you feeling it. The hoes in the back of the drawer, I know you feeling it. The whips I flip, I'm rich, I know you feeling it. Flipping bricks and the chips, I know you feeling it. 100 ways to make a nine, I know you feeling it. The way my hustle never stop, I know you feeling it. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champ of the world. That's why niggas be running scared, dog, and cuffing they girl. A certified game spitter with the mind of a hustler. Got a hot dog in your hand, boy, I say it's a mustard. This West Coast dirty South flow, I know you're feeling it. So go and roll another stick of dro and take another hit. E-Rock and Big V, lace another classic hit.
So for the people.
What up, man? I'm Charlie Goo out the Factory Music, Phoenix, Arizona record.
So when was your first performance you ever did?
Actually, man, you know, I started out breakdancing, so I've been in the game for a long time, but taking it serious, probably in 2010, like 2010. back that up because I had a group called the ELB way back in 1990 in Phoenix. And we used to rip shows way back with my boy Freeze and Scooter Thomas, my boy Chillin' K. Yeah, but we just, man, you know, that was the 90s. So that was about that.
So how you feel about performing in Winslow?
Man, let me tell you something about Slowtown. When my boy Mello told us about Winslow, he's like, man, we need to get y'all up in Winslow. I'm like, all right, let me talk to Yo about it. We get up here, and I'm loving it, bro. You know, and he called it Slowtown, and I see why. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like Motown. You know, it's like baby Detroit to me. I love it, man. You know, the people is good. You know, the atmosphere is cool. It's way relaxed. You know what I mean? And they show love out here, genuine love. You know what I mean? None of that fake love. You know, we just here. So it's pretty. I love it. I might move up here.
So growing up, how was that like?
Man, I could be one of those dudes to tell you that, man, my life was rough, you know, and all that, but everybody's life was rough. Everybody had a rough childhood, man. You know, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. You know, it was pretty fucked up out there, you know, but my mom kept us out of harm's way. You know what I mean? I chose to be a fuck up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went through it, but I had people praying for me, man, that kept me on my feet, so I ended up all right. I'm here now, 45 with no felonies, only 2 bullet wounds. So I'm doing good, man. I'm all right. I'm all right.
So growing up, what kind of artists influenced you?
Man, I listen to everything, bro. Like far as rap though, Run DMC, man. Me and my brother Troy, rest in peace. We used to go back and forth with Run DMC verses back in the day. You know, him, Eric B. and Rakim, Ultramagnetic MCs. Some y'all might not know. Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd. That's somebody y'all ain't gonna know. You know, but just all kind of stuff. I feel like if you got enough gumption to record some music, bro, and then say, hey, this is me, listen to this. You know what I mean? I give you mega props. So I'm influenced by a lot of people, bro. But I don't let that influence my music. I'm still me, I'm Charlie Groove. You know, that's why I don't try to sound like nobody. When I'm writing, bro, I'm listening to rock and roll. I'm listening to System of a Down, Pantera, 311, Stone Temple Pilots. I'm listening to all kinds of different shit when I'm writing, man. I don't want to sound like nobody else. I just want to be me.
Where did your name originate?
That came from my dad. My father was Charlie Goo, you know, but then when he had me, he became Big Goo and I was Little Goo. You know what I mean? My dad died in '94, so I took over the name Big Goo. You know, I officially became Big Goo when I had my first son and only son. Now he's Little Goo, but he goes by Ricky Cardo. But yeah, that's where it came from, man. And they used to call him Charlie Goo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm Charlie Goo, and that's my real name, Charlie Irby. But the Goo comes from my dad.
So, growing up, what kind of music did your parents listen to?
Now my dad, he was a straight bud head, bro. You know, when I remember him in music, you know, because him and my mom separated. My dad listened to like Parliament, you know, George Clinton, you know what I mean, Boosie Collins, you know, Miles Davis. He listened to all Al Jarreau. He listened to all kinds of stuff. My mom liked jazz, you know what I mean, so, and Lou Rawls. Honestly, she liked Barry Manilow too and Ross Stewart. I don't know where the fuck she got that from, but y'all probably like, I don't know where the fuck he got System of a Down from. So it's the same stuff, man. Yeah, but all variants of music, man. You know, we like music, period. You know, so, except country. I don't like country. Country made me feel like I'm supposed to go get drunk with my dog instead of my homies. You know what I mean? So I don't fuck with country. It's a little bit too sad for me. It's like the white man blues.
So out of all the songs you've done, which one's your favorite?
Testimony and the Truth. Those are my two favorite songs. Because My son went through a hard time, and it brought a hard time on my family. And I just prayed on it, bro, and that's the basis of the song. It's my testimony. You know what I mean? And the truth is about my brother that passed away. Everything you see about me is really my brother Troy Jordan. You know, I emulate him. You know what I mean? He was my inspiration. He the one that taught me how to dress. You know what I mean? Hey, do this, do that. You know, my brother was my influence. More than any rapper could ever be, my brother was my influence.
So last bit of the clip, you got anybody you want to shout out? The Factory Music?
Well, the Factory Music is me, yo, my boy Darius, D-Dog, you know what I'm saying? You know, nigga G-Boy. But just shout out to the Factory Music and shout out to everybody out there pushing. Like I say, man, you know, if you got enough gumption to record yourself and give it to somebody else, or at least try to sell it to get somebody else to hear you, to get out there, I respect you. You know what I mean? I may not like your music. It may not be my genre, but I respect you. That's the difference. I respect you. And let's work. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody out there pushing.
All right, thank you.
It's that Factory Music sound. M.E.W. Who? Yeah. Do you hear what I hear? Listen up, listen clear. I do not feel what you feel. I never have, never will. Ain't no one out here like me. Pedigree, real rare. You cannot see what I see. Yeah, bum. Said the OG to his little fan. What he say? He said, do you see what I see? Okay. His little fan replied with an OG plan. He's gonna be mine straight. Yeah, look, it was written in the stars. I done it, Charlie Go, M.E.W. I don't think they really wanna seen it all, heard the echoes of the past, holding on to the pain. How much longer would it last? Wasn't my idea, but I accept the role. Would've never hit the streets if I'd have known it was cold. I'd give anything just to buy back my soul. I don't feel what you feel, and that's why I never follow. Oh, do you hear what I hear? Listen up, listen clear. I do not feel what you feel. Never will. Ain't no one out here like me. Pedigree, you cannot see what I see. Keep talking about the shark, you can end up blaming anybody. Cold forever froze, ain't no halfway with it. I'm a witness to the hit list, no need interpretation, no time for hesitation, quick to solve the complications. Paper over penetration, my nephew D said, wisdom of the family, keep the whole family fed. Count the cattle by the head, believe me when they dead. It doesn't make sense, just remember what I said. A bird in the hand beats two in the bush. Your freedom tastes better when you're blowing on kush. The streets are tricky, lot of spots sticky. It's why I move wise, hustle gang picky. Pedigree from a rare breed, don't come from no clones, we them real OGs. If eyes can speak, tell no tales, you believe what you hear, that's why you always fail. Do you hear what I hear? Listen up, listen clear. I do not feel what you feel. I never have, never will. Ain't no one out here like me. Pedigree, real rare bird. You cannot see what I see. Yeah.
I'm a product of a dope fiend. He lived his Bible like Charlie, get your soul clean. My mama died in a house fire. Since 87, God won't tell a nigga why. My brother granted 38, he put a trigger to his head, bled in the basement for 5 days. I walk crooked, but I'm hella straight. Felon got up, so let's finish the game. Charlie Goo is my damn name. Not a slave, I don't need it on a damn chain. Don't bow, man, I do the damn thing. Stay ready for war, man, I do the damn thing. There's a addiction, I did that damn thing. Want a pill right now, cause my soul ain't clean. Tell you the truth, that's all I'm gonna do. I would call it the truth, man, but they call me Charlie Goo.
Do you hear what I hear? Listen up, listen clear. I do not feel what you feel. I never have, never will. Ain't no one out here like me. Pedigree, real rare bird. You cannot see what I see. Yeah. Do you hear what I hear?
I'd amazed myself on that one.
Banks dropped that off that motherfucker, didn't he? Last time we was there.
Nigga, I got up there, right? Look, V-Man was down there recording. I told Jason, I said, yeah, I'm finna do this shit, nigga. I ain't gonna look over. I'm just finna go up there and hop over that motherfucker, right? So Jason was behind me. Banks went up there and jumped off. Dave went up there and was like, dog, I got up there, I was like,
You ever look into the eyes of a hater about to cry, full of jealousy, envy, hate, and despise? Let them hate. Let them hate. Keep your eyes on the prize, your vibration high. Repel all the negative, believe none they lies. Let them hate. Let them hate. It's that talk in the mirror, it all becomes clearer. Find strength in self and no longer fear. Let them hate. Let them hate. You blind them with your shine, fuck them in their mind. Keep moving forward and they'll always be behind. Let them hate. Oh, it's that simple. Haters gonna hate. That's what they do. That's all they good for, you know. Let them hate. Just let them hate. Let them hate. Let them hate. Haters gonna hate. H-H. That's all they good for.
Planetary pimpin', twistin', living line, Buddha tie. Who am I? Return to the super fly bitches know that it's earned to die. Malpracticing to get them fuck the game off by making deal with these bitches. Ain't no 50-50 pimp, gimme receiving 0%. Y'all niggas is catching that virus, be getting broke with no dough phobia. Claiming your game is Trump type, but I'm singing this whole run all over ya. Gotta watch my own tail now, be careful on how a nigga knock it. Pretty pussy pimp profit hoes putting this paper all up in my pocket. Main dragon game flagging, change having what this pimp is about. Man, God receive, he who's putting this game all up in my mouth. I block monster with a pimp Bible, steadily preaching this game. Baby girl need to be receiving directions of a pimp and not a lane.
It's street church. All my life I put in work. Living with this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing work. It's just that street church. All my life I put in work. Living with this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing work.
Coming from a two-parent family, I was 12 years old when the game laid hands on me. The streets is filled with sermons and parables, slanging to get that dough. Y'all niggas know. Went from a YG to an OG all the time. My family's analyzing me. What they doing? Can I get my cut? I ain't gonna get caught up or get stuck. Well, got my college diploma, same knife flip keys in Southern California. Some niggas lost on a search. Let me introduce you to the street church.
All my life I put in work. Living with this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing work. It's just that street church. All my life I put in work. Living with this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing work.
Every day I hear a different nigga talking the same old shit. Scared to put 40 hours in to stack they chips. Waiting on hope, but the hope man ain't came. Broken promises done made most of my niggas go insane. See, I'm glad I listened to my grandma when she gave up game. Be acceptable for it's yours, then there's no one to blame. Understand, lead by example, take control of your aim. Keep a steady concentration, represent for your name. See, I'm out in these streets, exercising for fame. Shooting for the stars, nothing to lose, nigga, all the game. Every lesson you go through, man, it's part of God's plan. Hungrier than the lion trying to blow up Phoenix, Arizona, man.
Street church. All my life I put in work. Living with this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing work. It's just that street church. All my life I put in work. Living with this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing work. It's just that street church. All my life I put in work. Living with this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing
this pain inside me hurts. Stuck in this game doing dirt.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is D Love, straight from Winslow, Arizona.
How does it feel performing again? Are you nervous?
Oh yeah, real nervous, but at the same time excited. Can't wait to get on stage. Real high energy right now. Real high energy.
So this is the first time you performed ever?
The first time I performed ever was at Mesa Jar up in Mesa, Arizona. I remember the first time we performed. We were the first, like tonight, the show we're gonna do. We were the first one to perform, and like I was saying, we performed. And as we performed, we did so well till they asked us to perform not only in the beginning, at the end. They wanted us to come. The crowd wanted us to come back on and perform in the end. So the very first time I performed, I remember it was at Mesa Jar, and we were the first act on Mesa, Arizona.
Thank you so much.
All right, music influences growing up.
Music influence SOS band, Parliament, the OJs, growing up to sounds like that. Most of the SOS band, listening to them, they really had. I like the beats, and I like the way the beats were sounding and the movement. So we really had great beats. The beats always got to me with SOS band.
And that's the music you grew up to, your parents listened to?
Yeah, music your parents listen to, the same type of music, SOS band. A lot of church music though. So you hear a lot of spiritual music around the house. I like a lot of Mahalia Jackson and people like that. Them are the type of artists going on around the house. Marvin Gaye. So yeah.
So how'd your parents feel about your music? Did they like your music? Did they support it?
Yeah, they really like what we're doing, especially representing a small town. So they like the music, they like the sound. They really push behind us, listen to us, and really give us the energy and motivate us to keep doing what we're doing. So I think we're on the right path.
What was it like growing up in Winslow?
Winslow was probably one of the best places I've ever been around in my life, man. Love growing up here. We had a lot of fishing, swimming, a lot of high energy, a lot of sports, great championships going around here. Come together as a crowd, a lot of diversity here, a lot of native culture here, in Winslow. Growing up in Winslow, you get a chance to just be yourself as a young kid, man. Young kids, you ride bikes, you go on hike, fishing. We got a lot of nature here around in northern Arizona. People think this is the desert. It's not the desert. You come north, you got 4 seasons. So we was able to go skiing. You get to see a lot of nature. So growing up in Winslow, man, I think you get an opportunity to really grow up as a kid here. It's a good place to bring a family, raise a family. A lot of love around Winslow.
How was it in high school with all your friends and family?
Well, in high school, it was a lot of challenges. We got a lot of challenges. We would come together, and a lot of fights going on in Winslow. Winslow is one of these small towns with a lot of fights was going on because of a lot of energy and disappointing, and it's a hard struggle out here in Winslow. We're way far from the city. We're pretty much close to the reses and by the woods. So it's really kind of, we're out in a designated area where no one else kind of knows where we're at. We're out here on an island by ourselves, it seems like, out here in Arizona. It's like, especially in Winslow, like, no one ever heard of us, but we're a really special place out here.
How was college life? You getting your college degrees and all of that?
Yeah, I went to college growing up out of Winslow. I used sports to get here out of Winslow. Sports got me out of Winslow, and I was good in all sports: track, basketball, football. Brought championships to Winslow. So, and that took me, and I went on to college and went to junior college, Pima, Arizona, ran track. I went to Arizona State, ran track. So out of Winslow, got my bachelor's degree, got my master's degree, got my doctor's degree. So I came a long way from a small town, multi-talented, multitastic, chameleon, adapt to a lot of things. So I try to win at everything, 100%.
What role did you play in creating West South Family?
West South Family started about 1997. I had a group
called the Desert Pharaohs. And as the Desert Pharaohs was formed, I started realizing, we was doing good. And that's when I told you we performed at Mason Jarn as the Desert Pharaohs. Me and my homeboy Dirty Low. He's one of my groups, and my other group I'm in, Desert Pharaohs. It's part of the West South family also. But then how that started is I branched out and I called my cousin Mello up. And I said, man, listen, we need to formulate, we got to get you involved. Mello's been rapping ever since he's been 15 years old, in high school, performing. So I said, man, let's get you back involved. I got to get you back, man. So I put the buzz in his ear. He brought it back to Winslow and started looking for talent. And as we realized there was Brandon Guillory, BG we call him. BG had a lot of talent. He's like a little hype man in our group. So BG came around. And then we knew Vandell, Big V, had talent. It was in him due to his dad. His dad started an old group out here called Tight Squeeze back in the days when we was little. So Tight Squeeze was a group we would go watch and perform. And we knew Big V had talent, so we brought him in. And as Big V came in, shy at first, but then he had a lot of talent making beats. And we would all meet up at E-Rock's house. E-Rock would invite us in his house and welcome us in, him and Jennifer, and we would go in there and work on music. And then that's how the West South formulated over at E-Rock's house. That's where we would get together, write music, make music, and then go perform it. So West South, I was a big influence in creating the name and bringing it to my cousin. And I even like to show you, West South tatted on me for life. I got West South on me for life because it's invented. My other group, Desert Pharaohs, we invented this coming from nothing. We came from nothing, and now we something. West South.
Favorite song you ever did?
Hard to pick. There's a lot of songs we've done. So that's kind of a tough question for me because I like every song we've done. Because I know we put a lot of time and energy into every song. But one song that probably not even a song I'm on, but I've had influence in it, it's a song I'm a big V wrote called Coming From Nothing. Coming From Nothing is a song that I really like. I did that song because it explains what our group is really about. We come from nothing. What this town's about. We come from nothing. But when we succeed, we're the best. We're the best wherever we go. We believe in champions, being a champion. Winslow is a championship, builds champions. It's in the energy, it's in the veins, it's in the bloodline. We refuse to lose.
All right, anybody want to shout out before we end this clip?
Yeah, a whole bunch of people I'd like to shout out. One person I'd like to shout out, first of all, my grandparents, but then I'd like to shout out Boss Street Ben. In Winslow, people know who Boss Street Ben is. That's my Uncle Ben. My Uncle Ben, one man, big respect around here in Winslow. So that's a shout out to my Uncle Ben, Boss Street Ben. I also like to shout out to all the OGs. So many I can name, but all my OGs that was influencing my life through these streets out here in Winslow. It was my father in my streets. I like to shout out all the women out here, all the families in Winslow that come together and give you a piece and bit of information that you may need to carry on in your life. To Coopertown, Southside, Desert View, Ames Acres, Midtown. Winslow got love all over. So one love to all my peeps from Winslow. One love.
We coming from nothing, man. We out here trying to make something. We just working hard on our grind. Listen up, listen. Say we coming from nothing. We trying to make something. We coming from nothing. We trying to make something. We coming from nothing. We trying to make something. We coming from nothing. We trying to make something. We coming from nothing. We trying to make something. We coming from nothing. We trying to make something. We coming from nothing. We trying to make something. We coming from nothing. We trying to make something. Now these past couple of years, dog, I've been blessed. And most days ain't good, they stay filled with stress. So I like one up, man, just to stay focused. just to get by. Most days I stay high, but I can't lie. I'm trying to make it in this game, but these industry cats are jacky faster than them thugs, man. But I'ma keep on trucking and keep on pushing and keep on doing what I'm doing and keep on pursuing. I got a lot of thug niggas, man, y'all my brothers. Still I'm trying to do this music and stay out of trouble. And to my family, I love you and nothing else above you. And to my niggas that's locked up, I'm feeling for you. Y'all thought your boy B was headed down the wrong road. I made a U-turn, your boy got big goals. I'ma continue to grind, ain't wasting no time. I'm taking what's mine, this little nigga's here to shine. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. I stack chips like Tony Montana. The clips I pack the same shape as bananas. This boy's bananas, I'm off the scanner. Better yet, I'm off the Richter. I'm more valuable than your Picasso. So paint this picture, a game spitter, your neighborhood drug dealer. I got whatever you need, nigga, I got the killer. So bring the sweets, I got the weed. We smoking that sticky with no seeds, and it's all green. Just like a nigga love his money. And in my hood, they don't call me Big B, they call your boy Mr. Bubbly. Cause I bubble my chips, I clocks my grip, I'm flawless. You run up, nigga, I send your ass home jawless. I'm getting you in your brain like that cognac liquor. And I'm all up in your ass like a thong to a stripper. Nowadays a young nigga really quite chipper. And in case you forgot, it's B.I.G. beat the Ripper. Nigga from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something. We coming from nothing, we trying to make something.
Test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
What it do, yo?
What? Huh? This for what? I don't have it right now. Test. It might have a little bit too much treble. A little bit too much treble. Yeah. Oh, the mic sound like it's gonna cut out. Test. What happened? I'm so sorry. What happened? D-Town in this motherfucker. Xavier got the Apple iPhone. About to do some recording. Test. Yes, sir. Okay, can you take it to where I can, they don't hear me take a breath? No, I'm playing with you, bro. I'm just playing. That's a fat nigga taking breaths. Can you cut out the breaths? Test. And we came to the altar. Uh-oh, see, that's what we don't want. Yeah, that's what we don't want. Okay, you know what? That's probably loud enough right there. Microphone-wise, that's probably loud enough. We have absolutely no bottom. That is some bullshit. Test. What's up with the in and out though? Yeah. Bring the mics up. Bring them. Test.
Who else got flash drives?
Mine is at the shop. I mean, at the hotel, bro. I'm not in my car. I came down here to go back home.
Test. I ain't worried about a thing. Good. Go ahead, OG. Test. Okay, take some bass out. Take some bass out of the microphone. Test. I got a deep voice though. Is it a mid-range? Is there a mid? You got a high, a mid, and a low? Okay, test. Take a little bit of the mid out. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of mid. Test. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Somebody hold. Yo, Westwood. Somebody hold. The factory music. Okay, that's it right there. Now give me the music. I'll give you the music.
Probably take this diagonal.
I'll cut you down. He cut you down.
1, 2, 1, 2.
We'll line them up. What I do in order to perform.
They hitting us hard, don't you?
Introduce yourself. My name is Jay Mixon. You know what I'm saying? The Midwest Kingpin, the Midwest Ambassador to the West Coast. You know what I'm talking about?
was that concert, man?
Man, Winslow is hype. I love Winslow, man. Hey, the people gave me a warm reception, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. So how was it growing up?
Growing up, man, you know, I come from Milwaukee, man, so I come from a city that's an hour away from Chicago, an hour and 30 minutes away from Gary, Indiana. Rough territory, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff has kind of left the city, you know. We used to have a lot of industry. That industry has shut down, so, you know, I'm out here doing my music and trying to do something to make change, all the way out here in AZ.
So tell us about your first time performing.
Oh, my first time performing, I was maybe 14 years old. I went to middle school. I went to junior high school, that is. They call it junior high school down in Miami, Florida. I lived there for about 2.5 years, went to junior high school, and I performed at my junior high school talent show. Very first time I stepped on stage. Shout out to my homie Deke from Miami, and shout out to my cousin DJ Dirty Red, Jam Dog ENT.
So music influence growing up in high school?
Music influence, I idolize Rakim, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as the way that he always delivered himself, his calm presence, his use of vocabulary. I think he's the greatest rapper of all time. Also, as far as production-wise, I always idolized Dr. Dre.
What kind of music did your parents listen to when you were growing up?
My mom was a big fan of Stevie Wonder, and to me, the greatest album ever created musically is Songs to the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. No greater album ever produced in history than Songs to the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. That's what I grew up listening to. My big sisters were big fans of Diana Ross, the Supremes, a lot of the old Motown 60s type of music. My brother was heavy into P-Funk. The Brothers Johnson, you know, I had an older cousin that influenced me with Parliament Funkadelic, George Clinton. So, you know, I grew up off of soul, funk, hip hop, R&B, you know what I mean? That's what I love, music all around.
So, compared to where you grew up from, how different is Winslow?
Winslow, this is my first time here, man, and the one thing that I can say is people are very, very receptive here. You know, Milwaukee's a big city, is rough, and it's really hard to make it coming out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, you know, sometimes when you come to a smaller city, a little bit slower pace, you get more of a home feel, you know, compared to being in the big city where it's rough at.
Did your parents support your music?
Yeah, definitely. My mom, man, when I was a kid, I used to always get guitars and keyboards for Christmas. Can't really play an instrument, you know, my whole thing is producing the beats. Always really been in the drum machines. I play a little bit of keyboard, but also, you know, I was in the choir going to school, you know what I mean, growing up. She always supported my music. You know, my stepdad, he was always there supporting me as well.
Favorite song you ever did?
Wait a minute, one more time.
Favorite song you ever did?
Favorite song I ever did, that's a tough one because I like all my songs. But I guess I could say tonight, my favorite song that I did was my acapella. Is from a song called Get It Up. And it's kind of about, you know, making that transition from the street life to, you know, doing something more creative, more positive to get away from the street life and also having faith and having God, you know what I mean? Always got to have God to support you. Always have to have a connection to God. Without that, music is nothing.
So anybody you want to shout out for the rest of the footage?
Yeah, shout out to my 7-8 brothers, man. You know, 7-8 is my block back home. You know what I mean? I'm 7-8 all day, every day. Tomorrow is our holiday, the 8th of July, 7-8 day. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cuckoo Cow. Shout out to Mac Moan. You know, I did music with those cats when I was living in Milwaukee, and I always respected them. To my Miami family. Shout out to Jam Dogs, ENT, BJ Dirty Red, my cousin Janika, my cousin Michelle. Shout out to my cousin Vic Alex back in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? And shout out to Young Westwood for putting this together. Because without him, we wouldn't have had this avenue to express ourselves.
All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Street baptized, fertilize to formalize, to make pie, capitalize and break wide, and smoke tie.
Mac long, putting down work cause my game strong. Hustle in these streets all night long. Steady leaning, beaming, hitting corners, dime scheming cause my pockets is fiending. And when I blaze through till 2 in the morning, my digits double up off of corners, Arizona. What you know about he? I tried to tell you, but you simply didn't listen. That's why
Introduce yourself.
G-Boy, the one and only, man.
All right. How do you feel about performing in Winslow?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I take every opportunity I can. You know what I'm saying? It's a new door for me. You know what I'm saying? I haven't performed here. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to take advantage of new opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So tell me a story about your first time performing.
First time performing would be in Phoenix, Arizona. There's a little spot called the Mason Jar. You know what I'm saying? That's a little spot, you know, known to really get local artists started out in Phoenix. It was, at the time, it was ran by Audie. You know what I'm saying? Anybody from Phoenix will know Audie. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. She passed away a few years ago. But you know what I'm saying? That was my first performance. You know what I'm saying? And you know, nigga was nervous the first time, but after feeling the energy from the crowd, you know, it's something that, you know, it's a whole nother feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what kept me going with it.
So music influences growing up?
Yeah, I was really late on the music side, you know what I'm saying? Parents, you know, they didn't want the hip hop played in the house, you know what I'm saying? They was old school with it, you know what I'm saying? Oldies and shit like that, but you know, Tupac, you know what I'm saying? That's who I grew up on, Tupac, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Nas, the old shit, you know what I mean? Going into DMX's, the TIs and all that, you know, Scarfaces, shit like that, man.
So what kind of music do your parents listen to?
Oh man, they the old school with it, you know what I'm saying? Temptations, you know what I'm saying? All that, Marvin Gaye, you know.
How was it growing up?
For me, growing up, well, I'm from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? West side of Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Cicero Pope, you know what I mean? So that's there, you know, that tell you right there, you know what I'm saying? It's a hard life, you know what I'm saying? Especially at a young age, being a black male, we go through a lot of shit at an early age than most, you know what I'm saying? It's a war zone out there. You know, my mom got me up out of there when she thought she needed to, you know what I'm saying, after my freshman year, moved me to Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be blessed for that, you know what I'm saying? For me to be sitting here doing music now, you know?
Mm-hmm. So does your parents support your music?
Oh, my mom support, yeah, both my parents support. Even though me and my pops, we don't talk a lot right now, but you know, he's supportive of everything I do, you know?
Favorite song you ever did?
Favorite song? I don't know, it's kind of hard to say because I mean, I like all my music, you know what I'm saying? I do different shit depending on how I feel, so I got a song for every moment, as you say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anybody you want to shout out for the rest of the footage?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I give it out, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody out there that's rocking with me, you know what I'm saying? All my mentors, you know what I'm saying? My bro Twine Sack, you know what I'm saying? My bro Yoke Westwood, you know what I'm saying? Chili Powder, you know what I'm saying? Charlie West. Everybody I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? You got love for G-Boy, I'm shouting, you know what I'm saying? Without saying everybody's name, here, just shout out for you, you know what I'm saying? Love and respect.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
introduce yourself to the camera.
Yo, Westwood, man. Phoenix, Arizona. Reputable, you feel me? Yeah.
How's it feel performing at Winslow?
Winslow, man, it's a the only thing I knew about Winslow, bro, was the penitentiary. That's all I ever heard of. I ain't never been to the penitentiary, but I got a lot of homeboys that was, and that's all I ever heard of. And when I met Mello, you know what I'm saying, Mello really opened up the doors, West South Family, to Winslow. Shout out to my nigga Mello Renfro, you know what I'm saying, and West South Family. I ain't performed here yet, so the shit is about to go down. But I have shot a video. I've been out here. PT, shout out to PTs, man. My guy Mark for really opening up his arms to me and the factory music situation. But we gonna see what it do, man. I see a lot of people piling in, and you know the police is heavy right now. They don't like me out here whatsoever, but it's all good, man. They acting up major, so yeah, I see a lot of people walking to the club. Yeah, let's get it
That's
in.
how we move out
let's
here
get
in
it in.
Winslow.
Yeah, let's get it in.
So tell me about growing up.
Growing up, man, I'm the youngest of my family, bro. Phoenix, Arizona, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of dealings with Maryville and West Side, Buckeye Road, you know. I was just a little nigga trying to find my way, man, and it took me until I was a grown man to understand what life is about, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't change nothing about my growing up, nothing at all. My mama, my daddy, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my pops. I wouldn't change none of it, man. My dad was hard on the nigga. He was real hard. But it made me who the man I am today, which makes me hard on my family here with the factory music, the Yo Westwood brand. I expect a certain thing from everybody that deals with me. So at the end of the day, that comes from my upbringing, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I wouldn't change a motherfucking thing about my upbringing, nothing.
So how is it out there in Maryville compared to Winslow?
Oh, you talking about night and day, bro. Night and day, man. Maryville, Phoenix, period. It's night and day, bro. Out here is real slow. I understand why it's called Slow Town. It's slow, but I feel like don't fuck around and underestimate it. Don't underestimate Winslow. I met some real niggas out here. Some real essays, you know what I'm saying? Some real Native Americans out here that's not playing no games. So don't underestimate it. We might be a little faster, but Winslow ain't no punk. You know, that's how I feel about the situation.
Growing up, what kind of music did your parents listen to?
All oldies, man. To me, it was oldies, but it was right then and there for them. You feel me? You talking about Otis Reddings, man, you know, shit, Mary Wells, Marvin Gaye, you know, the classic shit. Everything I listened to on the way to Winslow for 3 hours is what they listened to. And I remember hating it, and now I love it. You feel me? It's real music. Today's music is a little, you know, it ain't no real music going on right now, industry-wise. There ain't no real music cracking out there, man. Real bands and instruments and motherfuckers is really fucking living and dying this music, you know what I'm saying? Niggas out here is living and dying the life. It's not the music. So, you know, but my parents molded me into the type of music I make, you know. I like samples. I like old school sound. That's why I pay homage to the West Coast. If you remember, West Coast really did a lot of sampling from old school shit. Mm-hmm. And that's why, to me, that's home to me. That's what I grew up to, you feel me? Mm-hmm.
So in high school, what kind of music you listen to?
High school, I was Brother Lynch Hung, shit, man, you know, Ice Cubes, NWAs, you know, MC8s, The Chill, shit, Cocaine, you know, that was the era I was in, you know. I'm from Phoenix. We a hop, skip, and a jump away from the West Coast. We the Southwest, but the West Coast really raised us, you know, and so I pay homage to that. And that's the kind of music I make today. I'm in the hardest lane there is to be in, which is West Coast music. Excuse me, you see what I've just finished right now. Excuse me, I'm belching and shit. But You know, West Coast music is probably the hardest lane to be in right now, and I feel like I own it. I feel like I own it when it comes to my town. Nobody's doing it like me. I really pay homage to it, and I'll never change. And so, you know, shout out to the East Coast, shout out to the Dirty South. You know, I listen to all of that shit, Trick Daddies and nigga Pimp C's and, you know, Bun B's, and, you know, I listen to all of that, Jeezys, and I love that shit. But if you really look at it, them niggas was inspired by the West Coast too, you feel me? Like, but they just was Dirty South, you know, so I could function with that too, you know.
So what got you into doing music?
The love of it, bro. Just the love of it. I love music. I don't know, man. It was just something that I knew I could do. I started out making beats. Anybody in Phoenix from the early 2000s, I had something to do with their music in some way, shape, or form. I either produced them or fucking recorded them, or I'm on a song or whatever, you know. But at the end of the day, it's just the love of the music, bro. Music does something to me that nothing else does, and I love it, you know. And that's what got me doing music, man.
Did your parents support your music? You like it?
100%. My mama want me to stop saying "fuck the police." She wants me to stop that. She just said that the other day. But my mama, you know, my pops is gone. But I wasn't even doing music when he was alive. Actually, I was, but I was in the beginning stages. But mom support anything I do as long as it's positive. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's positive, my mama is with the business.
So anybody you want to shout out for his last couple footage?
Man, shout out to everybody fucking with that Westwood brand, bro. I do this for real, not the thrill. My homeboy Maniac voice. I do this shit. I do it for the town. I do it for the love. And shout out to anybody that's fucking with it. Shout out to my immediate team. You know who you are. I ain't gotta say no names. Everybody that fuck with me 100 know who I'm talking about. And it's more to come, man. I got an album, I'm Him, you know, that's coming out. I've been dropping singles for 2.5 years. Singles with E40, Cocaine, you know, name somebody. I got singles with them all over YouTube, videos, the whole 9 yards. So, you know, shout out to anybody that's fucking with my situation, cause it's genuine. I don't fake the funk to be where I'm at. It's just genuine love. Niggas that fuck with my situation, you know what I'm saying? And I really salute them niggas. Shout out Charlie Gould, man. Shout out Raw Dollar. Shout out Lisa. Shout out Diana, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Big D-Dog, you know. It's too many to name that really fuck with my situation, but you know, and you can find out why they fuck with my situation just by Googling my name, YOG Westwood, Yo Westwood. I'm out there. I do this shit for real, not the thrill, you know.
All right, man. Thank you for your time.
West.
Ain't no cops in my neighborhood. I walk in my neighborhood. Bust these rocks in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Traps in my neighborhood. We stack in my neighborhood. Don't look back in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Cops in my neighborhood. I walk in my neighborhood. Bust these rocks in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Traps in my neighborhood. We stack in my neighborhood. Don't look back in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. Ain't no cops in my neighborhood. I walk in my neighborhood. Bust these rocks in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Traps in my neighborhood. We stack in my neighborhood. Don't look back in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Cops in my neighborhood. I walk in my neighborhood. Bust these rocks in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Traps in my neighborhood.
back in my neighborhood? Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. A beautiful day for what neighbor would you be mine? Could you be mine? I got 150 ways we can all get paid. You got a hustle state of mind, you got the same brain like mine. Yours just like mine. Cause I walk with my neighbor, I talk with my neighbor, I hustle with my neighbor, make paper with my neighbor. Look out for my neighbor, stay down for my neighbors. This town is my neighbor. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor too? If I put you on the crew, a couple guidelines that you gotta stick to. It's called the G code, over 100 years old, and the rules never change cause the game's never told. It's got a special price, only to be sold. Master of the law, it's worth the wait and go. Can you carry the load? Only way to know, you better be certified hustle show. Ain't no cops in my neighborhood. I walk in my neighborhood. Bust these rocks in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Truck traps in my neighborhood. We stack in my neighborhood. Don't look back in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Cops in my neighborhood. I walk in my neighborhood. Bust these rocks in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Truck traps in my neighborhood. We stack in my neighborhood. Don't look back in my neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? In my neighborhood, we're scouting for dough. It's a daily routine, waking up bro. Too many problems amongst my kin folks. Some too religious, the rest don't do. No scope of secrets in my neighborhood. Just a polarized show, the intention, no good. Seek respect, not attention, the model around the hood. Duplicate your profit, seal off the goods. Paralyzed by my hustle to increase my fees. Smoked off on the clown with got pounds on me. In my neighborhood, it's win, lose, or draw. Plan it all out, hustle with a cause. Take care of the village, hustle lips to the law. Modify the plans, making sure no flaws. And I stay on deck when the hood on call. Mastermind on time, and I stay off ball. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day, the neighbors. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day, my neighbors. Could you be mine? Would you be mine?